Hey, so it's been a while, and I apologize for that. Where have I been, and what am I up to now, and what's going to happen with the future of this channel? Stick around, and I'll let you know. So, hey everybody, my name is Kayla. I'm the e-commerce mom, and I can be found all around the internet as the e-commerce mom and at theecommercemom.com. And my job here is to help you build an e-commerce business and manage your motherhood at the same time. And so I'm coming to make a channel update since it's been about 8 months since I have filmed a video, and I apologize for that. It has been kind of a crazy few months, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that and tell you what I'm going to do with the channel in the future. And I promise that I'm not going to make this like a super long, crazy video. In fact, I think my videos going forward, I want to make them fairly short, to the point, and so that I don't take up a lot of your time, but give you some helpful pieces of information. So where have I been? So at the end of February, we moved from central Louisiana to southeast Texas. We live in the Houston area, and we really love it here. I am married to a Texan, so he is glad to be back close to where he's from. And it's really nice here. We have lots of opportunities to thrift, estate sales, garage sales, all those things. Way more opportunity than what we had before, and that is wonderful for reselling. We moved here because my husband, got a new job, same agency, but different location. And so he works for the federal government, and you guys may know I don't talk a lot about his job here. But the only reason I'm mentioning that is because we did a PCS move. So if you've ever been in the military, you may know what that means. It means permanent change of station, and the government actually pays for that move. Now, with them paying for the move comes lots of interesting caveats, and we had never done a paid move before, and it was very interesting, the process. So we were given the choice of a couple of realtors, and both of them were not so great. We chose the lesser of the two evils. She ended up being horrible, and we ended up basically firing her and only dealing with a broker who was not that much better. But when you're dealing with a relocation company, it is nothing like selling a home on your own. We also had packers and movers. That was quite the experience. They were all sick for the 5 days that we dealt with them, and one of them tested positive for the flu, which I'm assuming they all had the flu. Thank God we did not catch the flu in the middle of the move. But they started dropping like flies, and it was utter madness, let me tell you. I can tell you how not to do a PCS move because I learned that very quickly. We moved to Baytown, Texas, and in Baytown, we moved into a home that, well, we didn't move into a home, actually. We lived in a hotel for 2 weeks because the home we were going to move into did not have basic things working, like the kitchen sink, the oven, and there was the air conditioner. The air conditioner is still not right. There's just lots of problems. So we're still here renting in the same house, but right after we moved here, a lot of things started shutting down, and then we had given our sofa away before we moved because it was in just terrible shape, and we didn't want to move it, take up the room on the truck, use extra weight that we didn't need. So we thought, oh, we'll just get there and buy a new sofa. We didn't know being able to buy a sofa until July, and we still don't have all the pieces to our sofa. One of them has been damaged and still needs to be repaired. So it has been, a lot of kind of craziness here. I do not have my metal shop like I used to. I had a 15 by 30 metal shop. It was climate controlled with internet, all those things, wonderful lighting, a permanent photo setup. I have none of that here, and I am not saying that to be ungrateful, because I am very grateful. I have a nice place to stay, but it is different because nothing is set up permanently. I do not have an office space, and my inventory is stored somewhere else. It's stored in a climate-controlled storage unit. Some of it is still in boxes from the packer, so I've still not unboxed all of it, and none of that was organized, so I really don't know where any of my stuff is. Yeah, like my inventory. It just all says shop and toys, or shop and Legos, or shop and something else, but none of it really tells you what is in there. So that has been fun. So now I know how not to do a PCS move if we ever do one in the future, and I hope we're able to stay in this area for a while. My husband could change locations for work and we could still stay in the same area or closer to the area that we want to be. We were in a rural area before. Now we live in a county that's as large in population as the state that we lived in before. And so it is a lot different. I live in the city. I live like very near things. I've never lived in that kind of situation before, but it is nice because like one of my favorite places to go, like a certain restaurant that's a drive-through kind of a thing, it's only 2 miles from here. So y'all, it's wonderful. And the grocery store is right down the street. I don't have to drive 10 or 15 minutes to the grocery store, but I can drive 30 minutes and be in a totally different type of area and, you know, totally different types of things. And so that has been really, really nice. But one day, we'd like to have our own home again. So that is what we're up to. We don't know how long we will be in this area, but we'll be here for as long as we're supposed to be here, and we'll move on again. So this is not, I don't think, a permanent landing spot by any means, but neither do I want to be a gypsy. So, you know, we have to make a compromise in there somewhere. So what I want to do on the channel going forward, thinking that I want to do shorter videos, at least one video a week, and I may make the YouTube channel like my more primary source of content instead of my blog. I would love for you to stick around. I have lots of great things for you in the description below. You can click on the link and go find those things. I would love for you to subscribe. We're going to be talking about reselling, but I'm also going to talk about other types of e-commerce businesses because one, I have other types of e-commerce businesses, and two, I also I'm kind of starting up some other stuff, and I want to be able to talk about that in the future too once I kind of, you know, fill it out. So anyway, I would love for you to stick around. I want to be able to put out lots of videos in the future, and I'm hoping to be able to do that now that life has kind of calmed down. I am now homeschooling 3 kids, and that is a wild and crazy ride as well, with everything still kind of being shut down here. You know, we don't have that many opportunities to get out and socialize and burn off energy. So anyway, you know, it will get better, and things will change again, and it will get better, and we'll be able to be back more into our normal routines. So anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video.